Hi, thanks for practicing yoga with me today. So today's focus is all about our side bodies and our low back area, that space between the bottom ribs and the top of your hip bones, your top of your pelvis, your low back area, that quadratus lumborum muscle. All of that area gets a lot of work and can offer some challenges to us sometimes. So today let's focus on breathing through that area and getting some movement into that space of your body. So let's get started on our shins. Now a couple of options here. You're welcome to sit onto your shins with the tops of your feet onto the floor. You're welcome to elevate your hips by placing maybe some rolled up blankets or some blocks underneath your hips. Or if you'd like to stretch underneath your toes, go ahead and come up, tuck your toes underneath and engage your heels towards one another and gently send your hip bones down towards your heels. Whatever variation that you're choosing, we will be here for our grounding breaths. Find an engagement slightly through your inner heels, your inner thighs, and your lower abdominals as you lengthen your side bodies and lengthen your low back. Place your hands onto your lap and either soften your gaze or close your eyes. Follow your inhales and follow your exhales. Do your best today to focus on cultivating patience and kindness for what your body is able to do today. Our body was different yesterday, and it will be different tomorrow as well. So again, do your best to cultivate kindness and patience and curiosity, to explore your body's ability and appreciate what it can do today. Slowly bring your hands, palms to your heart space. Feel free to keep your eyelids closed or flutter them open at any time. Shoulders away from your ears. Then interlace your fingers, press the palms down. Let out your air. Inhale, lengthen your arms out and up. Palms press to the ceiling. Maybe your chin lifts. And as you exhale, flip your palms and draw them down the center midline of your body. Inhale, interlace, press your palms down and up. And exhale, flip your palms, lower them down through the center midline. Palms press together. Twice more. Inhale, reach your palms out and up. Maybe the chin lifts. And exhale, flip your palms, draw them down. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. Now if you've tucked your toes underneath, go ahead and release your toes and place the tops of your feet down onto your mat. Take a moment to notice how your feet feel after that stretch underneath your toes. Then allow your hips to come to the right. Right hand down to your side. Left arm reaches up and over. Bend into your right elbow. Look underneath your left arm or down to the floor. Notice how your neck feels. And then gently push off of your right hand. Left hand goes down this time, stretching out your right side body. And again, gaze can go underneath your right arm or down towards your left fingertips or somewhere in between. Just check in, notice. Knit your rib cage in, lengthen through your fingertips. And then come up through center with your exhale. Right hand goes back down to the floor. Left arm comes up over your head. Press into your right hand. Lift your hips up, looking underneath your left arm or simply down. beginning to warm up and strengthen your right side body. And with your exhale, place your hips back down, and last time, right arm comes up and over, left hand down. Gently bring your body upright. Come onto all fours. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Take an inhale, send your belly button down to the floor, heart shines forward, chin lifts. Exhale, tuck your tail, push into the tops of your feet, chin comes into your chest. Inhale, lift your chin, and exhale, compress your chin to your chest. Twice more, inhale, lift your tailbone, roll your shoulders away from your ears, and exhale, push into your hands, push into your shins, stretch out your back body. Last time, inhale, sway your low back, and exhale, stretch your low back. Come back to your neutral spine, bring your knees to touch once again, and send your hips over to the left. Heels are tucked to your right. Taking your mermaid shape on the other side, so your left hand is down into the floor, right arm comes up and over. Bend into your left elbow to support your side bending. Creating a little bit of strength here on your left side. Again, taking your gaze where it serves you best. Knit your rib cage in, scoop of your low abs. And then gently bring yourself back up to center. This time, placing your right hand down, left arm comes up and over for a side body stretch. Breathe into the space on your side body, knowing that we're getting ready to move our body a bit more vigorously. Make sure that you connect in with your breath. Set yourself up for success. And then come all the way back up to center once again, and this time place your left hand down, press into your hand and lift your hips up. Beginning to strengthen your obliques on the left side. Right arm is up and over, taking your gaze where it serves you best. And then gently lowering your hips. Last time, melt over to the right, left arm high. And then coming back up to center, making your way into your child's pose. So toes touch, knees as wide as feels comfortable. Maybe allowing your rib cage to snuggle in between your thighs. Make this an active child's pose, right? So press the hands into the mat. Really reach through your side bodies. Allow your scapula to gently pull away from your spine. And then energize your muscles in your back and shoulder joints by pressing into your palms and begin to extend the crown of your head forward. At the same time, allow your sit bones to reach down and back towards your heels. And then gently pull yourself up so that your hips are stacked over your knees and melt into your puppy pose. So your hands continue to reach forward, your sit bones continue to lift, and your heart melts down to the floor. Now feel free to connect your chin inwards so that your crown, the forehead rather, connects down onto your floor. Or lift your chin, and that allows you to stretch through your throat. Breathe into your shoulders, breathe into your back. And then come up enough so that you feel supported. Walk your hands over to the right and begin to bend into the right elbow and reach your left arm long. Breathe into your side body. And then come back through your center and same thing to the other side. So walk your hands over to the left, soften into your left elbow, right arm reaches beyond your left fingertips. And then come through center. Come up into tabletop. Round your back by pressing your chin to your chest. Hug your belly button into your spine. Tuck your tailbone underneath. It's like a little bit of a rock forward and back. And notice as you continue to wrap your abdominals up, rounding through your back, as you rock forward and back, notice if you feel a change in where you feel the stretch and the opening along the back body. Keep the hollowing of the front body. And then, as you are ready, find your neutral spine. Extend your right leg back behind you. Flex your foot and tuck your toes underneath. Shift your weight back so that your shoulders come back behind your wrists. And you invite a stretch along your right calf muscle, maybe through the back of the leg as well. Breathe. Continue to press into your hands and lift up through your tummy muscles, engaging your core. Then shift your shoulders back over the wrist. Spin your right heel down and come up into a side plank modification. So your two wrists are stacked one on top of the other. Belly button continues to wrap in. Gently press your pelvis forward as if you're between two panels of glass. Try to flatten out your body. If you'd like a little bit of a challenge here, then go ahead and lift your right leg up off the floor. Press into your left shin to help stabilize you. Find your steady breath. If you've lifted the leg, gently lower it down. Then allow your right hand to melt down to the floor. Lift your right leg up nice and high. And then exhale. Curl it in, knee to nose, nose to knee. And then gently lower it down onto the floor. Extend your left leg back behind you. Flex your foot. Place your toes onto your floor and send your shoulders back behind your wrists. Stretch through your left calf muscle. Maybe inviting a stretch to the hamstrings as well. Just notice what you feel in your left leg as you stretch. See if you can wrap your abdominal muscles up and in, supporting your shape here. Press into your hands, strengthening your arms and shoulders. And then gently bring the weight of your shoulders over your wrists. Lift your left leg up. And then spiral your heel down onto your floor. And extend it into your side plank. Stack your shoulder joints. Stack your wrists. Press into your right shin. And if this is good and you feel strong and stable and you'd like to challenge yourself, then simply lift the left leg up. Remember to continue to open your hips toward the side wall. So it's as if you're between two panels of glass or a very narrow hallway. And then gently lower your foot down if you've lifted it. And place your left hand down. Lift your left leg nice and high back behind you. And as you exhale, curl knee to nose, nose to knee. And then gently lower your leg down back into your tabletop position. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, press into your hands around your spine. Inhale, lift the chin, extend the heart forward. This time as you exhale, use your abdominals, tuck your toes, and send your hips back, downward facing dog. Make any adjustments you might need to for your down dog, your first downward dog of this flow. Press into the hands, press into the pads of your fingers. Check in with your feet. Notice their natural alignment that they went into. And maybe you make some adjustments, or maybe you don't. Just explore this shape for you. Lift your heels up and move them over to the right. Press your heels down to the right corner of your mat if you're on a mat. Press into your hands palms. You should feel an opening and a stretch along your left rib cage, maybe in through your arm, maybe through that low back space between your rib and hip. Then inhale, lift your heels, spin them back through the center, over to left. Pressing more firmly through your right hand, just help stabilize you. Again, noticing where you feel the opening. Then inhale, bring your legs and heels back into your neutral downward dog shape. Inhale, lift your heels high, look to the space between your thumbs, bend into your knees, step or float forward. Take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Come up to standing, press down to rise up. Palms up over your head, maybe your gaze lifts. And exhale, float your arms down by your sides. Welcome to standing, maybe a slight shoulder roll up, back, and down. Notice the pads of your feet into your floor. A slight lift of your kneecaps and an engagement through your inner thighs. A little lift of your lower abdomen. Length through your low back. No extra gripping through your glutes. Nothing unnecessary. Shoulders over hips. Ears over shoulders. Collarbone broad. Inhale, reach your arms up over your head, chin lifts. Exhale, fold over your legs. Soften your knees if you need to. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to standing, press down to rise up. Palms reach up overhead, chin lifts. And exhale, arms down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Interlace just your thumbs. Palms shine forward. As you inhale, press firmly through the pads of your feet. Exhale, bend your body over to the right. Remember to lift your kneecaps and engage your inner thighs here. Support with your foundation. Support what your upper body is doing with a strong foundation. Rib cage knits in. Draw your chin in slightly. As much as this is an opening on your left side body, it's a strengthening on your right as well. As you exhale, come a little bit deeper. And then inhale brings you to center. Flip your palms through your heart space as you exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up once again. Cross the opposite thumb on top. Press your palms towards the wall in front of you. Anchor down through your foundation. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend your body over to the left, body to the right. And don't worry about how far you can go over to the side. That's not the journey. The journey is noticing your steps, noticing the process. Again, check in with your foundation. Knit your rib cage in and notice what your neck wants to do naturally. Does your chin want to lift? Does your chin want to tuck? Notice, what are your shoulders doing? How do your wrists feel? And of course, how's your breath? Are you holding it? Your exhale, go a little bit further. And then inhale, coming up. So you exhale, press the palms through your center midline. Release your arms down by your side. Pause for an inhale. And an exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, gently spiral your body over to the right. Kneecaps stay lifted. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, spiral your body to the left. Inhale, come up to center. Bend into your knees for chair pose. Scoop your lower abs. Weight into your heels. Toes lift up off your mat. If you're not quite sure if you can do that, just look down. Can you see your toes? Get your weight into your heels. Lengthen your low back here. Shoulders away from your ears. Sometimes a slight bend into the elbows allows you to really feel the space between your shoulder blades. So I invite you to explore that. Bend into your elbows just enough to feel your shoulder blades work towards your spine and your collarbone broaden. Firing up your leg muscles here. Can you sit down lower? Good. Inhale, lengthen your arms if you've bent them. Sit down a little bit lower. Reach your fingertips up over your head. And then come up to standing. As you exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands down, step back. Pause for an inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, bend into your elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press into the tops of your feet. Lift your kneecaps, shoulders away from your ears. As you exhale, use your tummy muscles, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. 3 slow breaths here. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your nose. Unless you need a cleansing breath. And in that case, inhaling through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Inhale, lift your heels high, bend your knees, step or float forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend into your knees, come into your chair pose. This time, inhale, lengthen your arms. Exhale, bring your hands, palms together to heart space. Taking a spiral here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, either place your left forearm onto your knees with your right hand at your low back for a spiral twist, or you can keep pressing your hands, palms together, and send the left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Shoulders away from your ears. Draw your chin in. Do your best to keep your knees side by side so that one knee doesn't sneak in front of the other. Maybe your gaze goes to the side wall. Maybe your gaze goes to the ceiling. Keep holding, steady your breath. Release to center, keep your knees bent, lengthen your arms. As you exhale, hands, palms come back to your center heart space. Inhale, lengthen your low back, and exhale, either right forearm comes to the knees, left hand at your low back, or keep your hands, palms together, send your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Draw your chin in. Lengthen your sit bones away from the crown of your head. Make sure your 2 knees are side by side. Steady your breath. Keep your knees bent. Release your twist. Extend your arms, come back to neutral. Inhale here. As you exhale, melt over your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step or float back. Continue your exhale as you bend your elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Slow breaths. Inhale, lift your heels high. Look at the space between your thumbs. Bend your knees, step or float forward. Come up for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. From here, toe heel your feet out, about hip width distance. Take an inhale, find a flat back. Maybe you're placing your hands onto your shins. With your next exhale, gently soften into your knees and turn your feet out as far as feels comfortable and start to lower your hips down into Malasana. So if this is not super accessible for you, you can place a block underneath your pelvis and sit onto your block, okay, or some rolled up blankets or pillows as well. So do your best to ensure that your big toes and pinky toes are connected to the floor. The arches of your feet are lifting up. Lower abs scoop up, shoulders away from your ears. Press your palms together at your heart space to gently press your elbows into your thighs. Long low back, long spine. Find your steady breath here. Notice your mind, notice your thoughts. Maybe you change them if they're not quite serving you in a positive way along your journey. Maybe make the conscious effort to change those thoughts to something a little bit more neutral. Even if you can't go positive with your thoughts, I understand. It's okay. Be patient with yourself. Cultivate some kindness. Lengthen through your low back. Slight engagement through your glutes to help your knees open back. Then gently place your left hand down the center of your hands. Bend into your elbows slightly. Your right arm opens out. Take your focus up towards the sky. Draw your chin in slightly. A few slow breaths here. If you feel too much tension in your eyes and in your neck with your eyes up, then gently just look down past your right knee. Then gently come through center. Place your right hand down, right in the center, right in front of you. Take a slight spiral. Extend your left arm at a diagonal, shoulders away from your ears, and then either take your gaze up or just past your left knee. Maybe you work your eye muscles by allowing your gaze to go up with your eyes, but draw your chin in slightly so there's length through the back of your neck. A little bit of a variation here in our Malasana. And then gently come back through center. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, press into your hands, roll your weight forward, and send your heels back. So you're in a neutral forward fold. Give yourself a moment in ragdoll. So you can soften into your knees as much as feels comfortable. Grab opposite elbow. Maybe add a sway from right to left. Maybe your sway goes from forward to back. Let's take a moment to release any tension. Gently release the grip away from your elbows. Come up for a halfway lift. Lift your kneecaps up, tummy lifts. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into your plank position. Pause. Inhale here. As you exhale, flow. Chaturanga Dandasana to upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Look at the space between your thumbs. Step your right foot between your hands. Lower your back knee down into your low lunge. Top of your foot connects to the floor as you point your toes. Send your body upright. So maybe your hands come onto your front thigh. Maybe your arms come up over your head. Breathe into your hip flexor on your left side. Gently allow the crease in your right hip to gently increase. If it's comfortable and accessible for you, Take a slight back bend here. So if your hands are on your thighs, you can gently pull your right thigh away to allow a back bend to happen. If your arms are up over your head, keep lengthening your arms up and back like a rainbow. And then bring your spine up. Place your left hand down onto the floor. Tuck your left toes and extend your left leg. Right hand comes onto the right thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, invite a twist. Tuck your chin in slightly. So you have one nice long line from your left heel all the way through your spine, all the way through the top of your head. If you'd like to extend your right arm, go ahead and do that. That gives you more of an expansion through your chest. Feeling it maybe as a spiral in your low back. And then gently place your right hand down onto the floor. Press firmly through your hands. Bring your right knee back to meet your left and take your vinyasa. Moving with your breath. Meeting in downward facing dog. Press firmly into your hands' palms. Send your left foot between your hands. Lower your right knee down, point your toes. Into your low lunge. Taking your hands onto your left thigh or possibly arms up over our head. Again, gently soften your hips forward, making sure that your knee is over your ankle of your front foot. Exploring a back bend, if it's accessible for you, either by placing your hands onto your left thigh, extending your thigh forward as your gaze goes up and back, or if arms are up over your head, continue to lengthen up and back. A slight engagement through your lower abdominals and your inner thighs to support your shape here. And bring your spine upright. Place your right hand down onto the floor. Extend your right leg by tucking your toes underneath and lifting your kneecap up off the floor. Left hand comes onto left thigh. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, gently twist. Breathe into the areas that feel tension, stress, opening, strengthening. Send breath. If it's accessible for you, extend your left arm, inviting an opening through your front chest. Draw your chin in slightly. Shoulders engage onto your back, away from your ears. And gently place your left hand to the outside of your left foot. Press firmly through your hands. Bring your left leg to meet your right and take your vinyasa. Moving with your breath. Enjoy your down dog. Use this as an opportunity to lengthen your low back. Open through your heart and reconnect with your breathing. Look at the space between your thumbs. Inhale, lift your heels, bend into your knees, step or float. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold over your legs. Press down through your feet, come all the way up to standing. Gaze lifts to your hands. Exhale your arms down. Take your hands onto your hips. Open up your feet a little bit wider than your hips. And then turn your legs out in a slight diagonal. So they don't have to be super turned out, just comfortably turned out. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, bend into your knees. Spiral your thighs back so that there's an engagement in your glutes, engaging your thigh bones back, coming into goddess. So arms float out to the side. Hug your tricep muscles up into your arm bone to strengthen your arms here. Toning and trimming our arms. Slow breath. See if you can sit down a little bit lower. I know you can. Then extend the arms up over your head. Take your hands back behind you. Slight interlace of the fingers. Allow this to be a shape to open up your front chest, but keep your rib cage knitted in. And I'll lift through your lower abs to support your shape here. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bend your body over to the side, connecting your elbow towards your thigh, and come back up. Exhale, and back up. Exhale, one side, and up, and other side, and up. Twice more, either side. Down, and up, down, and up. Once more, either side. Down, and up, down, and up. Release your arms. And then stretch through your legs. Cleansing breath in and out. Then turn both toes forward. Then turn just your right toes out. Bend into warrior two. So make sure your right thigh is directed over your right toes. Lift the front of your right hip up off of your front femur bone. Shoulders away from your ears. Continue to hug your tricep muscles into your arm bone. Gaze goes towards your right fingertips or beyond your right fingertips. And engage the outer edge of your left foot down into your mat. Reach past your right knee, going into extended side angle. So you can place your right forearm down onto your right thigh, left arm up over your head. If you'd like, you can extend your right arm, maybe placing your fingertips down in front or behind your foot. Energize a long line from your left edge of your foot through the thigh bone, through your spine, connecting your rib cage in and out through your crown of your head and your fingertips. And press down through your feet, hug your inner thighs, bring your torso up. Good, stretch your front knee for an inhale. Exhale, bend into your knee once again. Flip your right palms, lift up, reverse. Maybe your gaze goes up towards the sky here. Maybe it goes towards your back foot. But bend deeper into your front knee as you reach up and back. See if you can lift your lower abs and stretch through your side body. And then gently bring your torso upright. Stretch your right knee. Turn your right toes out and then left toes out. Bend into your left knee. So now we're in warrior two on the other side. Lift your left hip bone up off of your left thigh bone as you bend deeper into your knee. Shoulders away from your ears. Hug your arm muscles in. I'm sure you can feel the engagement of your arm muscles here. Strengthening every part of our body here in our warrior shape. Gaze goes past your left fingertips. Find a feeling of calm and strength through your body, through your mind. Then reach past your front knee and place your forearm either down onto your left thigh with the top arm up over your head, or feel free to extend the arm, or place your left fingertips in front or behind your left foot. Do your best to energize your side body up off of your left thigh. Draw your chin in slightly. Energize the edge of your right foot down into your mat. Lift your right kneecap up so you're engaging the muscles in through your leg. Extend through your spine. Extend through your right fingertips out through the crown of your head. Rib cage connects inward. Then engagement through the inner thighs. Bring your body up. Stretch your knee for an inhale. Bend back down for your exhale. Flip your left palm, lift up, reverse. Your focus can go down towards your back leg or lift it up towards the sky. As you bend back, bend deeper into your front knee. And then bring your body upright. Take a breath here. As you exhale, windmill your arms down. Place your feet back into your high plank position. Pause. Shift your weight forward and back, strengthening your shoulders here. Keep scooping your low abs up away from the floor. Good. Pause and neutral. Inhale. With your exhale, take your vinyasa. Your exhale brings you to your down dog. Take some cleansing breath if that feels inviting for you. Inhaling through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Or keep the heat building by keeping your lips sealed as you breathe. Inhale, high plank. Spiral your heels to left, right arm high. Know that you can always take the variation with your left knee down onto the floor. That's an awesome variation to take, otherwise both legs stay straight. Stack your shoulders, stack your wrists. Remembering that it's as if we're between two panels of glass, so keep knitting your rib cage in. If it's accessible for you, bend into your knee. Your top leg bends. If it's accessible for you, extend your leg. If you steady your eyes, it will help to steady your shape. Maybe grabbing onto your big toe. And gently release, taking your vinyasa. Move with your exhale and inhales through your shapes, mindfully, with intention, with curiosity, with kindness and patience. Then inhale back to your plank. Spin your heels to the right, left arm high. Stacking your shoulders, stacking your wrists, knowing that you can always take the variation with the bottom shin down onto the floor. Your right shin down is always available to you. Steady your gaze to help steady your balance. If it's available to you, bend into your left knee, placing your toe to the inner inseam of your right leg. If it's available to you, extend your left leg, maybe grabbing onto the big toe. And then gently release, taking your vinyasa move with your breath. Your exhale takes you back to your down dog. Taking a soft bend into your knees in your down dog can help you lengthen your low back. So I invite you to play with a slight softening into your knees as you press into your hands and lengthen your low back. Be curious about your down dog. Explore it. How can you get the most out of your downward facing dog today? Then inhale to high plank, and with a slow, controlled descent, lower yourself all the way onto your mat. Coming into Sphinx pose, placing your forearms down onto your floor, shoulders directly over your elbows. Allow your legs to be hip width. Tops of the feet down into the floor to neutralize your femur bones in the sockets. Now, slide your shoulders down and away from your ears, inviting the points of your shoulder blades down towards your body. And as you breathe here, notice your lower abdomen breathing into the floor. Notice any sensations you might feel in your lower back. Breathe. Even if you don't feel intense sensation here, It's okay. Notice what you notice of this shape. If you don't notice much, that's okay too. Focus on your breathing. Notice your thoughts. And then with your exhale, gently lower down and extend your arms out in front of you. So you're long from your toes all the way through your fingertips. Then lift your right arm up and left leg up. Finding spinal balancing here. Just noticing the oppositional strength from one side to the other. And then lower your right hand, lower your left leg. Right leg lifts up, left arm lifts up. Seeing if you can get your fingers and toes in the same height. So your hand isn't lower than your toes or vice versa. They're same. And then lower down. Right side again. Right arm, left leg. See if you can get them in the same height as each other. And back down. Left arm, right leg. And back down. And now start to hover. So lift your right arm, left leg, and then switch. Switch and switch. Nice and even. You can even coordinate your exhales. Again, noticing right side, left side, what's working. And if you'd like to keep this pace going, keep going or go faster. 3, 2, and relax. Toes touch, heels fall open, palms face up on either side of you. Place one ear down. Stretching gently in through your neck. Breathe into your abdominals. Notice them press against the floor as your low back rises and falls. And then change ears. Place your other ear down on the floor. Stretch out your neck. Bring your chin forward. Place a little pillow for your head with your arms. Stacking one palm on top of the other, right in front of you. And then bend your right knee. Bring your right knee in for half frog. So your left leg stays extended. Your right knee comes in towards your right side body. Just breathe. Notice any areas that feel tension. You can take one ear down if you'd like. Notice how there's a slight rotation through your pelvis. Maybe you don't change anything at all, just notice. Then extend your left arm up overhead so that you have a long line from your left fingertips through your left leg. If you'd like to go deeper into the extension of your right leg, you can totally stay there, or you can stretch your leg out, maybe taking your right hand onto your right foot. Again, never noticing or concerning about how far or how deep you go. Just noticing what does your body need and what does your body want. Those are sometimes very different. And then gently make your way back to where your right leg and left leg are both long beneath you. Take a moment to notice your pelvis. And then bend your left knee up into your half frog on the other side. Bending your left knee into half frog on the other side. Keeping your right leg extended. Left knee in toward your left side body. Again, taking the opposite ear down if you've taken a neck stretch. Notice the shape that your pelvis is making here. There might be a slightly different rotation into your pelvis depending on the mobility available in each of your hips. Your hips are not exactly the same. They have different experiences. So our mobility and strength are different from right to left. And that's a glorious thing to explore. If you've taken the straight leg variation on the right, go ahead and extend on the left, possibly taking your left hand to your left foot and extend your right arm up over your head. So from fingertip to toe on your right side, you have one long line. You can energize that or soften that. And then gently release. Extending both legs down to the floor equally. Press through your hands, come into a cobra. Hug your elbows in, hands alongside your rib cage. Allow your legs to stay hip width apart. And then place your hands on either side of your rib cage. Hug your elbows in. Keep your legs hip width apart, tops of your feet down. Lengthen your crown of your head forward and out, coming up into cobra pose, shoulders away from your ears. Hug your elbows in, slide them down towards your hips. Draw your chin in to lengthen the back of your neck. See if you can feel your back muscles work here evenly and equally. Now stretch your legs, drive the tops of your feet down into the floor. Fire up your leg muscles, fire up your glutes, fire up your hamstrings. And then simply lower down. Gently push to your child's pose. Toes touch. Knees as wide as feels comfortable. Soften your forehead down. Either extend your arms out, soften into the elbows, or place the backs of your hands onto the floor, allowing the shoulders to dome and round forward. Breathe. Connect your forehead against your floor. Soften into your hips. Let your hips start to sink down a little bit further towards your heels. And then gently start to come up. Place your left hip down onto the floor and slide down onto your left side body. Extend your left arm long and rest your head down. Bend into your knees so that they're slightly forward. And then grab hold of your right knee. Give your right knee a nice hug. Bring your knee in towards your right armpit. So this is a great stretch along your left side body as it lengthens into the floor. It is also a great compression for your right hip crease. Just find a steady breath here. You can stay here and explore this shape. Maybe notice happens when you roll your weight slightly forward and back. If you'd like to go a step further, grab onto your foot with your right hand and gently pull your knee into your armpit slightly by gently pressing into your heel. And breathe here. If you'd like to get a deeper hamstring stretch, then extend your right leg. Maybe grabbing underneath at the calf muscle. Maybe bending into your left elbow and grabbing onto your foot. No matter the variation that you're taking, just breathe and appreciate your body and its ability today. Thank you, body. And then gently start to soften your shape and lower your knee down. Take a moment to notice. Inhale and exhale. Then gently roll onto your back. Reach your toes and fingers really, really long. And as you exhale, bend into your knees, grab the backs of your legs, and rock up to boat. So you may need to take a few rocks and rolls to massage your spine and get some momentum to come up to boat. Pause here. Pull your tummy muscles in. Shoulders away from your ears. Hug your thigh bones close to your body. See if you can lengthen through your lower back as much as you possibly can. Maybe you extend one leg. Maybe you extend the other leg. Maybe you extend both legs. Maybe you release your arms. And then bend into your knees and roll to the other side, where I'm going to spin so that I can continue to face you. Laying down onto the right side, right arm long, right ear down, bend into your knees, and then bend your left knee into your side body, hug your knee in, and breathe here. Notice the stretch through your low back, your side body, and anywhere else that you feel sensation. Notice and breathe. And if you took the foot in hand variation on the first side, I invite you to explore that on this side as well. If you extended through your leg to invite a deeper hamstring stretch, feel free to explore that again on this side as well. Maybe just stretching through the left leg, or maybe bending into your right elbow to grab onto your foot. Breathe. What can you soften? Maybe you can soften something in your body that does not need to be held on to right now. Or maybe you can soften something in your thoughts. And then gently release, softening into the shape. Find a moment with your two knees resting side by side. Then roll onto your back once again. Reach your fingers and toes really, really long. And as you exhale, bend into your knees. Place the soles of your feet down onto the floor. Hands, palms pressed down onto the floor on either side of you. Bring your heels in as close as you can so that maybe your fingertips can touch your heels. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, press into your feet. Snuggle your shoulders underneath your body into your bridge. Extend your thigh bones away from you to lengthen your front body. Space between your chin and your chest. Breathe comfortably. As you exhale, lower your hips down. Take a moment with your spine back onto the floor. We'll take another back bend. So you can either do bridge once again, or if you're familiar with wheel, feel free to tuck your fingertips. Feel free to release your hands, palms on either side of your head. Hug your elbows in. So bridge, go ahead and push up. Wheels, go ahead and push up halfway. And then all the way with your next exhale. Hold for 5 breaths. And when you're ready, gently coming down. Tuck your chin in. Wheels to gently come down, nice and slow and controlled. Toe heel your feet a little bit wider than your hips, and then let your knees drape right and left. Windshield wipe your knees right and left. When you're even from right to left, gently sweep your knees back up into your body. Give yourself a nice hug. Place your feet flat on the floor. Right ankle comes on top of the left thigh, close to the knee. Open up your knee down and back. Then reach through the hole that you've made. Grab onto your left hamstring or your left shin. Do your best to relax your shoulders back onto your mat. Open up your right knee down and back. Maybe use your right elbow to gently press your right knee back. Breathe. Feel the stretch in the back of your right hip crease, the back of your right seat. These are some deep hip rotators. Having extra tension in these muscles in this muscle group can sometimes cause low back discomfort. So it's important to stretch out these muscles regularly. Use your bicep strength to gently pull with your exhales. And soften your grip. Overcross your legs slightly and allow your legs to fall over to the left. Opening your arms, either cactus as you bend at the elbows or long. Your gaze can either stay up or towards the right, away from your knees to the left. Breathe into your back, breathe into your abdomen, breathe into your chest and shoulders. Release any more tension, wring it out, let it go. And gently use your abdominals to bring your legs back up to center. Unwind. Feet flat on the floor, hands onto your pelvis. Tip your pelvis forward and under, forward and under, back and forth a few times. Then find neutral, extend your left leg and place your left ankle rather, on top of your right thigh, close to your knee. Reach through the hole that you've made with your left hand and grab onto your right hamstring or your right shin. Open up your left knee down and back. Breathe into any stretch, any opening, any tension, any worries or fears. Send your breath there. Allow your breath to soften something. Draw your chin slightly. Broaden your shoulders down into your floor. Use your bicep strength to gently pull your leg a little bit closer to you as you use your left elbow against your left thigh to gently open up your knee down and back, getting a little bit deeper into those glutes, into those rotators. And gently soften your grip. Let your knees continue to wrap, and then let them fall to the right. Gaze to the left. Spine twist. Allow your collarbone to broaden. Invite a spiral and a twist in through your spine. In through your abdominals. And then use your abdominals to bring your legs back up to center. Unwrap the legs, extend your legs and your arms in opposite directions. And then gently find your way to your Shavasana shape. So maybe your legs are a little wider than your hip, palms face up on either side of you. And maybe you find a different variation of Shavasana that's more comfortable for you. You can lay on your side or your abdomen. Just find a comfortable shape and let yourself give in to gravity. No longer holding on to your breath. No longer holding on to the shape that your body is making, and no longer holding on to your thoughts. Start to deepen your breathing. Send your breath to every cell, tissue, and organ in your body. Maybe begin to invite some movement to your toes and your fingers. Maybe rubbing the pads of your fingers together. Whichever shape you've chosen for your relaxation, take a full inhale and a cleansing exhale. Another inhale. And as you exhale, make your way to one side if you're not already on your side. Take your relaxation with you as you find a seated upright shape of your choice. And either keeping your eyelids soft or closed. Place your hands onto your knees, your lap, or your heart space. Find yourself settled upright. Create this moment of gratitude for yourself. You created the time to connect your mind and your body through movement and breath. You created the time to cultivate patience, kindness, hard work. Give yourself this moment. You did a wonderful thing for yourself, and in turn a wonderful thing for the world that we all share. Thank you so much for practicing yoga with me today. The light in me honors the light